Welcome back, stargazers. Today we're diving into the complex relationship between Neptune and Mars, two planets whose energies are almost opposites. Mars is action, aggression, and drive, while Neptune embodies dreams, illusions, and spirituality. What happens when these two come together in the birth charts of historical figures and artists? Let's explore how their influence has shaped some of the most dramatic and controversial lives. When Neptune and Mars align, the results are often conflicted and unpredictable. These planets don't mix easily. Mars, with his bold, aggressive energy, is often at odds with Neptune's dreamy, elusive nature. The result can be a struggle between action and idealism, where Mars' drive is undermined by Neptune's lack of practicality. This pairing can manifest in a weak, dreamy amiability, seen in figures like Charles I and George V, who had the trine aspect. Both monarchs exhibited a certain talent for intrigue, yet lacked the strength and practicality to make firm, decisive moves. Similarly, Chopin, with the same trine aspect, succeeded in his art but lacked the willpower for other endeavors. Who would dare say he would have made a great ruler? However, sometimes when Mars and Neptune align in favorable aspects, the result isn't necessarily bad, it's just different. Theodore Roosevelt, for instance, had a sextile between Mars and Neptune, which gave him political shrewdness and a certain idealistic charm. But don't be fooled. These aspects were also accompanied by a rugged, impetuous strength. What about the square aspect? Interestingly, this may sometimes be more beneficial than the traditional, favorable ones. The square between Mars and Neptune can push aside Neptune's impracticality and add a much-needed dose of imagination to Mars's often blunt, aggressive energy. This combination has appeared in the charts of figures like Tchaikovsky, Jay Gould, and even William III of England, each of whom found success by blending imagination with power. Take Tchaikovsky, for example. Though he struggled with personal demons, this aspect allowed him to channel Mars's aggression into art, turning his emotional struggles into his greatest musical works. Now we come to the conjunction of Mars and Neptune, a combination that's often disastrous in the long run. While it can bring temporary success, it also ignites a fiery fanaticism that can lead to violence, unbridled ambition, and tragic outcomes. We see this influence in figures like Napoleon I, who had the conjunction, but his Mars-Jupiter sextile and Uranus trine provided some balance, allowing him to rise to power. Similarly, King Ludwig of Bavaria, Wilhelm II, and Robespierre all exhibited the mania and fanatical energy that comes with this aspect. It's important to note that this combination can drive idealists to become obsessed with their cause, as we see in Shelley and Rossetti, both of whom had Mars-Neptune conjunctions. While their work was undoubtedly profound, their personal struggles and eventual madness underscore the dangers of this aspect. In some cases, the influence of Mars and Neptune can lead to success in the world of intrigue and manipulation. Think court politics, espionage, and social maneuvering. The medieval popes were notorious for their Machiavellian tactics, and the stars often favored them with a strong Mars-Neptune connection. This combination, although dangerous, could give a person the power to navigate the world of deception and manipulation, using tactics ranging from bribery to political power plays. Ultimately, the combination of Mars and Neptune is one of great conflict: action versus illusion, brutality versus dreaminess. Whether it's the fanatical energy of the conjunction or the creative struggle of the square, Mars and Neptune are rarely easy partners. Their influence can push people to great heights or pull them into tragic lows, depending on how the individual navigates the clash of wills. But remember, the key to understanding these planets is knowing how to balance the drive of Mars with the vision of Neptune. When done right, it can fuel art, innovation, and even political success. When done wrong, it leads to self-destructive behavior and chaos.